What up, though? It's the Math Guy Steve. This is day 6 of our 40 problems in 40 days. So today I'm going to walk through the Cal 1 problem, which is C106, and then the Cal 2 problem, which is C206. We'll start with the Cal 1 problem, which is the vertical asymptote problem. Then we'll look at the Cal 2 problem, which is an exponential integral. So for the Cal 1 problem, again, it says determine the vertical asymptotes of this function, right? So we got f of x equals 2x minus 1 over x squared minus 4. So how I typically tell my students to find the vertical asymptotes is by first factoring numerator and denominator and see if any common factors cancel. If that happens, then we create a hole in the graph. It's like a hole punch in the graph versus a vertical asymptote. So we have to be careful with those common factors canceling, right? So factoring this numerator, there's not much to factor. It's prime. I mean, you could factor out a 2 and then get x minus half. So this is one version of factoring it, but in general, we would say that's prime. They have no common factors that we can factor out, quote unquote. Whereas in the denominator, here, this is the difference of squares. And so we can factor this denominator a little further by saying, well, that's x minus 2 times x plus 2. And so we check to see if any common factors cancel. Here, there's no common factor that cancels. And so then we'd say, well, the vertical asymptote would be after we've done this process, which means after we factor numerator and denominator, see if any common factors canceled, because again, that creates holes in the graph. After we've done that, then the vertical asymptotes come from setting the denominator equal to 0, the reduced form, if that does happen, right? So here, that doesn't happen, meaning the vertical asymptotes are just, there is no reduced form, it's just the original version, which is setting the denominator equal to 0. Now, luckily, we've already factored it, so it's the same as setting each factor in the denominator equal to 0. So here, we would add 2, we get x equals 2, and then here we would subtract 2, we get x equals negative 2. But we do have to do that process of making sure that there's no common factors that cancel in numerator and denominator. So yeah, vertical asymptotes here would be x equals 2, x equals negative 2. Now we'll get to other asymptotes later. The vertical asymptotes kind of play a huge part in calculus, so that's why we address it here. But the horizontal or oblique asymptotes come from just checking the powers of numerator and denominator, right? So like here, we would have a horizontal asymptote instead of an oblique or slant asymptote. We have a horizontal asymptote here at y equals 0, and that's because the numerator has a lower degree than the denominator. Okay, let's get to our Cal 2 problem. All right, so our Cal 2 problem says evaluate the integral of 5 e to the negative 2x dx. Okay, so how we do this one is by considering first that this constant out in front, this 5, can come out in front of the integral, right? That's one of our properties of integrals, is that any constant with respect to the variable that we're integrating with respect to, so that constant can come out in front, meaning we can write this as 5 times the integral of e to the negative 2x dx. Then we see the e to the power. There's no other x stuff there, right? There's no other x stuff attached to that e, that exponential. Otherwise, we would do use some other tools that we have. But since we don't have that, then we could just say, well, let u, or make a u substitution, let u be negative 2x. Then du would be negative 2 dx. Now, again, the du is not directly in the problem, as we stated before, but the dx is, the negative 2 is just there as a constant. So we can manufacture it by dividing by negative 2. So negative 1/2 d is dx. And so this becomes our sub-bubble, our subble. And we'll substitute that into the rest of this, right? And so now our new integral becomes 5 times the integral of. This becomes e to the thing we called u, e to the u. But then for that dx, we're going to call that negative 1/2 du. So I'll put the du here. But again, the negative 1/2 is just a constant. So it can come out in front of that integral, meaning I can write this as negative 5 over 2 times that integral, right? And so now we can integrate with respect to u. Of course, the integral of e to the u, du is just e to the u plus some constant of integration. So we get negative 5/2 e to the u. Don't forget that plus c, right? And then now we can back substitute. U was negative 2x, right? I made that u stuff up. The original integral had x stuff, right? So we got to plug the x stuff back in. So this is negative 5/2 e to the negative 2x. Don't forget the plus c, okay? So again, that's our 2 integrals for today. This is day 6 of 40 days, right? 40 problems in 40 days, right? So hopefully you stick around for those 40 days. Again, our goal is to be better in calculus by our spring semester, right? So just to get our calculus tools a little sharpened before we get to our spring semesters. If you're following along, try to redo the problems yourself before you try them here. And so, yeah, just try to redo them and make sure you know how to do them, pencil to paper first and then come back and check your answers here. Make sure you're subscribed and don't miss any of the rest of the days or the previous days. You can go back and look at. I have playlists that kind of put this all together as far as all the solutions to all the problems that we do, so you can just kind of review. Make sure you keep your eye on our daily shorts, right? So YouTube shorts or wherever I put them, right? Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Just let me know which ones you're having trouble with, and if you have trouble with any other calculus problems that you want me to try out, and we're working together, okay, as a team. Always remember, math is everywhere.